Suppose you're on a raft and you get stuck. And you got one of these flyers 5 years ago. You don't want to use that, and you see a boat, so you say, oh, I'll shoot it off and they'll come rescue me. Suppose someone important's on that boat, and all you got are these 5-year-old safety flares. These 5-year-old flare guns. Well, let me tell you something. If you're stuck out there and you have a flare gun that's over 5 years old, just throw it in the water. Because suppose someone, CEO, is on that party boat. Do you want them to see you on that raft with a 5-year-old flare gun? No. You need to have one of our new fancy premium quality flare guns, which shoots off 5 different colors and sparkles. It looks like you're setting off fireworks. So when they come over and they see you, and you've lost 30 pounds, and you're covered in flies, they'll say, oh, do you need any help? You'll say, oh, no, I was just out here by myself shooting off some fireworks. But now that you're out here, I might as well come aboard. And you see, that's what that's a bad analogy, but that's what happened here. When I was doing my record, I paid hundreds of dollars for effects that I didn't even use. All that happened was I got starved to the point where I had to go to a hospital because they took so long releasing my record. And that's what you're seeing here. That's why everyone who comes close to me gets sick. Because they just don't see how someone could be that cruel to me and make me pay $60 for compression effects while I'm sitting here videotaping a video alarm clock of songs done on a 4-track on a $200 camera. And I'm making hundreds of these videos of my own material. Just throw them on the internet for the cost of the electricity that goes into that clock. And the online service. What is that, $20? I can make 100 of those in the time it takes for them to mix one song that I don't want done. And they keep telling you, don't you want it to sound perfect? Don't you want it to sound right? And it's just, no. I just want something that's going to help me meet people. The standard that was my CD was done. The standards by which my CD were done on, they were much higher than people from the Pacific Island standards. They don't care if it's mixed that well. All you need is the lyrics and the guitar. You can find some place to rehearse down there. You can find some place to do songs, but nevertheless, a lot of people, they think that I got sick because I'm a bad guy. But no, I was working on a $200 a week job, and I was putting out a CD. I wasn't taking any breaks, and I was on this constant adrenaline rush. And that's eventually how I got sick. It wasn't because I got arrested or anything like that. It was because I was making a record at a very small grocery store in the middle of Glen Cove with no fan base, with no following. Like you're on a safari by yourself in the jungle, basically. My parents were driving me to the studio. I wasn't driving myself. And I put out the CD, and I only want one person to take care of it because basically I don't see what joy can come of all this music if I don't just be thankful to the people who helped me get out of that, because it was very scary and I wasn't doing anything wrong, and people were trying to tell me that I was doing something wrong, but that's what happens. That's why people work. That's why they make money, is because when you don't have any money, you get sick and your body just turns into whatever. And especially when you take on an endeavor like releasing 1,000 copies of your own album and writing it too. Writing and releasing your own record for minimum wage grocery store 2 miles away that you have to walk to sometimes. That's not really gonna get you that far. It's like the right mentality. But if you have someone who's ripping you off while that's happening, I don't even think I rationally comprehend that. Because there was just like two separate worlds. And that's what we were basically reacting against. And I have to teach myself not to hate people anymore. I have to teach myself to trust people. And I think that's what all this is about. This isn't about having a bunch of songs or getting famous or anything like that. It's about just me trying to be a normal person and just getting anything people think is interesting or creative out of me, because if you don't obey your fans the whole life, when you go to a different place and you start out somewhere else, it's not going to mean too much. So I just need to make friends now. I can't afford to have a bunch of phony people around me who judge at me whenever they feel like it. I gotta stay